200,000 years ago, there were no cities, no borders, no buildings, no laws, no money. None of it existed. There was only land. Vast, endless, merciless land. And on that land, sleeping close together, around a small fire, a family. The morning had not yet come, but it was coming. Kano woke up like this every morning. Before his family. Silently, he would listen to the night, making sure his clan was safe. Beside him, curled up in sleep, lay Sera, his strong and compassionate wife who had never left his side even in the hardest moments of his life. A little further away, small Lira and Taro slept tangled together. His family, everything. The only reason he survived. Kano would speak with the other men of the clan to plan the day's hunt. Sera, on the other hand, would rise with the first light, rekindle the fire, and then set off towards the forest with little Lira by her side. They would gather plants, roots, edible fruits. Sera knew the secret language of herbs and roots that no one else in the clan understood. When Sera stopped beside a plant, when she pressed her finger into the soil, when she crushed a leaf and smelled it, Lira watched all of it carefully. That day, Sera found a root they had never seen before, the size of a fist, dark reddish, with a strange smell. She turned it in her hands, smelled it, touched its tip with the edge of her tongue, then placed it in the basket. Lira reached out curiously, wanting to touch, but her mother gently held her hand. Not yet. That morning, Kano took Taro with him. This was the day of his son's first great hunt. Taro had been trembling with excitement since dawn, checking the small spear in his hands over and over again. Kano said only one thing to him: in hunting, everything begins with silence. Kano read a track from the ground. Kano gestured to him. "Come, look." Taro, he saw the tracks but could make no sense of them. Kano placed his finger on the track, then pointed forward. The animal passed through here. Taro lifted his head and scanned the horizon, and he saw it. It was a great aurochs, an ancient wild bull. Kano slowly leaned toward Taro and showed him where they needed to position themselves. They would stay downwind, so the animal would catch no scent of them. He had trained for months for this moment, but now, standing before a real animal, everything was different, so much more real. Kano moved forward slowly, step by step, planning every step in advance. Taro followed. One step. Stop. Wait. The animal raised its head. Both froze. They held their breath. The animal turned back to grazing. One more step. Kano was now close enough to throw his spear. He turned to Taro. "Are you ready?" Taro's face had gone pale, but he nodded. "Ready." Kano threw the spear. It arced through the air like a bow and struck its target with a powerful sound. The animal reared up. Kano immediately leapt to his feet and began to sprint. "Taro!" he called out. Taro rose and ran too. He had never run this fast in his life. The wounded animal was running but slowing. Kano was trying to flank it from the left, then from behind. At one point, Taro stumbled, fell, and immediately got back up. His knees were bleeding, but he did not stop. It was like a ritual. There was no pain in that moment. There was only movement, only the goal. Kano got ahead of the animal and stopped. His eyes locked onto the animal's eyes. And then it was over. The animal came down, then slowly approached, knelt, and placed his hand on the animal's neck. Taro came to his side trembling. He watched what his father did and did the same, his first hunt. That evening the camp was full and alive. Meat was cooking, the fire burned high, and the other members of the clan had gathered around. When Sera saw Taro's face upon their return, she understood everything. She simply held her child. As the night wore on, the fire had grown smaller, but still burned. Kano stood up and extended his hands over the fire, and he began to tell the story, not with words, with sounds, with gestures, with his shadow. He brought the day's hunt to life. Everyone watched. The children were spellbound, and that night, Taro saw himself in the story his father told. Lira could not sleep that night. After the fire died down, she quietly rose and slipped into the cave. She touched the dark stone wall with her finger. Lira took a breath and pressed her finger into the red ochre. This was not merely the birth of art. This was the birth of the human need to express itself. Lira wanted to say, I was here. I saw. I felt. I exist. And thousands of years later, archaeologists would discover that small handprint. They would examine it, and they would say this was a child's hand. Beyond that, they would know nothing. But we know that hand was Lyra's hand, and when she walked out of the cave that night, morning was just beginning. A new day, a new cycle, on the same land, under the same sky, but a being becoming a little more human with every passing morning.